you know? Or in a different scenario, maybe it's not even that type of scenario. What if you saw the person who, kind of, did something to you? What if you saw them out in public and you had a chance to hurt that person? What if you had a chance to drain their bank account and not get arrested for it? What happens if you had? What happens if you knew something about that person that could really corrupt them, like really take their reputation and just squash it like a cockroach? Would you do that? If you answer to yes to any of those questions, then you haven't forgiven. You know, forgiveness has a lot to do with mercy. Mercy means, I have every right, and not only do I have every right, but I have the power to just put a fork in you and end it forever. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let you go. Not because you deserve it, and not because, not because, of, not because what you did is right. It'll never be right, but just because, you know, it's not even really about taking the high road. It's just about letting stuff flow, man. It's not even just about just letting it go. It's just about, I don't know, maybe that is kind of sort of what it's about. It's about somebody's got to draw the line, and you know, I mean, think of it this way. I mean, like they did something to you, you're mad about it, so you retaliate against them, but you're just mad. I mean, you're mad because they did something to you, but you're gonna go do something to them. I mean, I know in the heat of the moment it might seem logical, but when you take a step back and just assess the situation and just see, like, that's not cool. That just doesn't make sense. Like, you can't, like, repay nonsense for nonsense. You can't fight fire with fire. You're gonna have to throw some water on that stuff. You know, you can't fight darkness with darkness. You have to fight darkness with the only way to defeat darkness is to turn the light on. What happens if when you walk into a dark house? What's the first thing you do? You turn the light on. You know, no matter how dark it is, there's always light out there, and that's God. So seek Him. And that can be found in the finished work of Christ and what He did on the cross at Calvary. So everything you need is in that finished work. He whatever you're going through, He defeated it 2,000 years ago. Whether it's addiction, parental alienation, anything you're going through, it could be a problem with, fornication, or maybe you have a drinking problem, or like I said, addiction or whatever. It could be an addiction to your cell phone. It could be a thought process. It could be a sin that maybe you are a Christian. You're really trying to overcome it. Just keep your focus. And I know it's hard, but just do it. But I don't know. Like so I just want to say, like, again, God does see your injustice, and I keep repeating that over and over again because, He does see it. He really does see it. And I guess He's maybe just waiting for you to give it to Him so He can do something with it. But if you don't give it to Him, he can't do anything with it, you know? I mean, I'm not saying that your situation won't get better, but I mean, if you give it to God, it will get better. I mean, one way or another, it'll work out the way it's supposed to work out. And don't worry. Like, it's not about resentment. It's not about payback. It's just about letting God handle it His way. We weren't meant to live for ourselves, and when we hold on to that stuff, it's being self-righteous, and it's just like, God can't work under a circumstance like that. You have to just give it to God, because we were created to. That's what our purpose is. You roll up out of bed every morning. You ever think to yourself, why am I here on this planet? I just do the same boring stuff every day. Go to my boring job, hang around my boring coworkers. Maybe some of them are cool, but I go home and forget all about them. And then I sit on my couch and I watch some dumb bachelorette movie and shove my face with pizza and chicken wings, and you know wake up the next day and do it all over again. And then on the weekends, I might go to the same stupid whatever you go to bar or whatever, hang out with the same people, and it's just wah, wah, wah. When is it going to end, right? Well, that's because you're living life for yourself. God has, He has a whole life for you. And we were created to live the life that God has for us. So, again, I'm not beating anything. If whatever. I'm just saying, like, as far as forgiveness goes, we were put here to give Him whatever you're going through, whatever it might be, whether it's forgiveness or it could be anything, anything whatsoever that, we were put here to depend on Him. So God's not going to sit there and defeat His own purpose, He's just, kind of looking down at a world where everybody's running around living for themselves and they think they're doing God justice. No, they're not. They're not doing themselves any justice either. So, I mean, I don't know. But, so you never have to think that God doesn't see what you're going through. He does. In a lot of cases, he's just waiting for you to hand it off to him, saying, like in a football game, quarterback hikes the ball, you hand it off to the running back, and the dude hits the hole. But you have to give the running back the ball first, and you have to let the ball go so the player can kind of do his job. That's, and that's what I'm saying. Give the stuff to God, whatever it is, and just let him, and you might have to do it, even a million times a day, It's just probably not going to be just a one-time thing where you say, okay, God, here you go. I mean, the feeling's going to probably creep up on you again and all this stuff, and that's when you just say, okay, well, give it to God again and again and again and again and again. That's what we were made to do. We weren't made to walk around and hate each other. We weren't made to, hold grudges against one another. That's just the way of the world. I mean, yeah, people are going to hurt you. They are. But, that's just the world we live in. So, I mean, hurting people isn't right, but there's a God up there that sees all the injustice that is done to you. There's a God up there that saw that mother or father do what they did, or it could be something completely different. God saw that person break in your house and just, clean you out. He saw all that. He saw that boss that, treated you wrong, last Friday or whatever. He saw that coworker that just lied on you and made up that horrible rumor, and now everybody's looking at you like you're an idiot. I mean, just whatever you might be going through. I mean, God sees it all, and so things aren't going to change right away. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but so see if there's anything more I want to say. But I don't know. I guess that's it. I mean, again, if you have anything to add or whatever, put a comment in that section, and we could, if need be, I mean, I'll talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. If not, that's cool too. I just wanted to make this video. I mean, I'm not really expecting to talk to anybody at any given time, but when I make videos like these, obviously, I mean, any of my videos, as long as it's a video that's made for the public. Now, if it's something for my kid or something, like, dude, I mean, you don't even make a comment then. But I mean, if it has to do with, the general population, like a video like this, well, go for it. I mean, it is what it is. But just trying to think if there's anything else. I can't think of anything. Well, I guess that's it. You guys have, all you mothers out there, enjoy your Mother's Day, 2016. I guess that's it. Enjoy your day.